What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to another episode of the Smark Out Moments Smack Talk podcast. I'm your host, as always, Tony Mango. Joining me, as always, are Callum Wiggins.
Hello there.
And Robert DeFelice.
Hey.
Ho ho, Ms. Morrison. We are not talking about WWE today. We're taking a break from WWE a little bit. We're talking about AEW, and since there's nothing really going on, that we figured we would have to do some kind of a theme for our main event based off of, somebody retired, so we do a one more match, or some new pay-per-view concept gets discussed and we do a going over, or anything in particular. We were sort of left just going, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? That kind of a thing. And we narrowed it down to a couple different ideas. One of them we might do next week, which was something that we had been talking about before, which was the fantasy booking WrestleMania using only people that are that have been in the right main events of WrestleMania. But we also were trying to figure this out last night, and that's not a whole lot of time to sort out your cards for a fantasy booking. So instead, we're doing a mock draft, because we haven't done one of these in a while, and they're a lot of fun. And we haven't done one based off of AEW in the past. We've done mock draft of some of the rosters that are at the time when we were doing it. I think it was 2019, it might have been, we were doing for WWE. We did a mock draft for 96 WWF and 95, was it?
Yeah, 95.
Yeah, we did that on the Darkcast and elsewhere. These are fun, and we just kind of want to have some fun. And we're going to put our focus on the AEW side of things here as far as April 2021. And we're going to explain to you how this works. We're going to explain to you what rosters we've got, and so on and so forth. If you're listening to us on the audio-only platforms, like Spotify or Amazon Music or iTunes or Stitcher or whatever, then it'll be a little bit harder for you to keep track of what's going on here. But if you're listening to us on YouTube or watching this on YouTube, the screen's going to change in a moment, and it's going to be something that you can actually see the mock draft in a better way, instead of just this static graphic that's up on there. Before we get into that, though, I want to remind everybody to leave a comment below and tell us your thoughts on this podcast and the show and everything else that we're doing here. Tell us who you would pick, what you think the best roster is going to be, so on and so forth. While you're over there, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, set up those email alerts so that way you know when we go live and we post videos and all that good stuff like that. Hit the applause button if you want to toss some spare change our way. There's also the join button, and there is the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/smarkoutmoment and help support this channel and the website. Help make us be able to do more podcasts and more shows and better content and upgrade the equipment and all the stuff that we really, really want to bring you that we just don't get a chance to do because we have other commitments that get in the way. And the Patreon makes sure that we have the time to be able to do those things and to sort that stuff out. So if you want to make sure that this all Smark Out moment and everything like that grows, then that's the best way to do that. It's also a great motivational tool. And the same thing goes to fanboysanonymous.com. If you want more Fanboys Anonymous content, that's the same way to do it. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, check out the Patreon, check out the merchandise shops on TeePublic and Redbubble. And there goes all the plugs that I need to get out of the way, because I don't need to talk about tournament stuff. I don't need to talk about the contest. There's a couple days left in the contest. If you haven't done it already, you're not doing it. Fine. I get it. So we're going to switch things over here, and we're going to go to... You should see it on your screen right now. The screen share is up. We've got our handy dandy little spreadsheet that we got going on here. We have not decided who's going to pick in what way, but it's going to be a snake style thing. In fact, I should go over to the randomizer, and we should go with, really, allow selected. I hate those things. If you check that on the Smark Out Moment website, you'll see the minds like that. Here's that stupid cookie thing, because nobody likes that. Tony, Callum, Rob. So we're going to randomize. All right. First pick goes to me, then Rob, then Callum. And then we snake style around and do that kind of thing. So Tony, Rob, Callum. We're going to move this before I lose track of that. I'm assuming we're keeping the same colors. It really doesn't matter. I don't think that anybody's going to be like, no, today I want to be purple or something.
I totally wanted to be purple.
Although if Caroline would do this, she'd be like, make me purple. So that's our order, right? Yeah. Tony Rob Callum. And here's the roster that we're working with. We had settled some debates ahead of time of what should the tag teams be, because like Dark Order, for instance, if you drafted Dark Order and you got these two and Colt Cabana and Anna Jay and then this becomes like a 3-minute podcast, because then people will go, I want Pinnacle, I want Inner Circle, I want Dark Order. There goes half the roster, So we broke it down in this way, with tag teams being these teams. These are the different women available in the women's division. This is the men's division. Not everybody is officially signed to AEW, or at least not officially announced as being signed to AEW. But in the case of somebody like Maki Ito or Hook or whatever, we're kind of working under the assumption that if they're not really signed, then they're as close to signed as can be. And we want more people available to be able to have this be more interesting. And I don't see any reason why we shouldn't have it like that. So if you have any debates about that, that's why we're going in that direction. Let me make this a little bit bigger, make that a little bit easier. I'm going to bounce around back and forth because I've got this up on my screen. I'm sure these guys have this up on their screen. They don't need my screen share, but I'm going to be just moving things around here. If you want to go ahead and copy and paste your person and do that, you have the ability to do it too. One of you is a turtle and one of you is a chipmunk. Who is which?
I'm the turtle, I assume, because I see a chipmunk on my screen.
Aha. All right, so we got Turtle Callum and Chipmunk
Turtle.
Rob. There you go. What animal am I? Am I an animal on your screens?
No, you're a big Smark out moment, like.
Oh. Well, that's kind of boring. I wanted to be something else. I want to be like platypus or something. What animal will you be? Leave a comment below. So, picks. We're going to go around. We're going to do this. That's how we do it. And then once we get to the end of, no more picks left, then we're going to take a moment and we're going to try to figure out what the best pay-per-view card is that we can sort out. I might cut that out of the podcast as far as like deliberating on the time, just to kind of make it a little bit easier. We might just kind of like cut away and go like, all right, and we're back and we figured out our cards and stuff instead of just dragging it out. But we'll see when it comes down to it, unless this ends up going a lot longer than we thought, and then we might save that for a different edition. Maybe put that as like a dark cast or something. I don't know. We're doing this as we're going. The whole point is to have fun, and we hope that you have fun along the way. So who am I picking for my first pick? I am going to go with... All right, there's I did not do anything ahead of time as far as like creating a separate. What I do this. Did you do that? Either of you?
No preparation whatsoever.
No prep?
No.
I always like doing that if I have a chance to, but since I didn't, I'm going to go with a pick that I am hoping doesn't come back to bite me in the ass in any fashion. I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes.
Big one.
It's a good one. It's a good first pick.
There's like 4 other people that I was thinking about picking, and if anybody ends up going with the thing I'm thinking, I'm going to be like, no.
Well, that's probably likely if there's only like 4 or 5 people to choose.
Yeah, and Callum has 2, so
Well, yeah, we'll both have 2 before you get
right.
Tony gets.
Yeah, I know. I'm in that middle spot again. And speaking of, for my first pick, I'm gonna go with MJF. For sheer purposes of MJF is so young.
Yeah.
Like I love a lot of the names on this roster, but even the fresh ones are kind of already talking about, well, how much longer will they do this? Whereas MJF just says, I've got 25 years in me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to invest in that.
That was one of the ones I'm like, I'm hoping that somebody doesn't want to pick him immediately, even though I knew that was going to happen.
Well, I think I'll start with just the here and now then, because I might as well get some star power in straight away. Give me Kenny Omega and the Bucks of Youth.
Damn it! I almost went with Young Bucks.
I thought I'd get one. I didn't think I'd get both. So
I was very, very close to picking Young Bucks just to have like that quick thing, you know?
My first pick would have been Kenny, but I wanted to make that point about like MJF being so young.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for my next pick, I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho. Yeah. Exact opposite of what I just said about the next one, Jericho Friedman, but Jericho is legitimately in the conversation of greatest of all time in the ring. We can debate about his life outside of it, but that is neither here nor there.
All right, let me go back to sorting this just so I don't lose track. So I get 2 picks.
How the snake works.
I'm gonna go with Jon Moxley.
Saw that coming. I was so vainly hoping that it would come round to me again, but there's no chance.
God damn it.
And this might be a little bit of a surprise. I don't know. I'm gonna go Jurassic Express.
Now. Oh, okay.
Not that much of a surprise, goddamn.
No, it's a good choice. I think Jungle Boy has a lot of potential.
I want somebody for the future. Yeah.
It's a good choice if you're looking for someone to anchor your future.
Speaking of anchoring your future, I'm gonna take Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
You can take her. I was not planning on picking her for a while.
Oh,
yeah. Good I assumed that none of you were planning on picking any women for a while, and I wanted to get that in there.
That might not be true, but Baker, I've got some other people in mind above Baker.
Yeah, I have a few definitely high up on the women's side of things, but I'm going to hold for a little while, just build up 2 other areas. So, speaking of the building for the future, give me Darby Allin.
God.
I was not planning on picking Darby Allin unless I could get a steal later on.
Were you thinking of taking Adam Hangman Page?
Damn it!
Come on.
That was the one I'm like, nobody pick him, nobody pick him, nobody pick him.
I have a manga versus Page.
As soon as I said Jurassic Express, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should have picked Page. And then I was like, maybe there's going to be some other fuck. The thing with the mock drafts too, that's always fun is they are legitimately always fun. They're always so frustrating as well.
Yeah. It's the issue because like obviously there are going to be some people far down, but actually with a smaller roster like this, and there's people with a lot of potential, even some of the people that aren't technically signed with the company, this could actually be quite deep before we start like scraping the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, pick Mel.
No. Okay, asshole. That
he said okay.
All right, give me the Lucha Bros.
Mexicans.
That's a good choice again. 2 very good.
Mostly because you're getting Phoenix.
Yeah.
I have become such a huge fan of Phoenix, and I have soured a little bit on Penta, but Phoenix is too good to pass up.
I am getting this feeling that that my next pick is going to make or break my entire bracket.
Wow, that's putting a lot of pressure on yourself for absolutely no reason.
I got a feeling whoever I pick, the ones that I'm going to get after this are going to be like, I know I shouldn't have picked these people during that spot, kind of a thing.
Enjoy that pressure on your back, which is fine.
Yeah. So I'm going to go Brian Cage.
Good choice.
And I'm going to go Sammy Guevara.
Ooh.
Very good.
Again, it's a lot of potential, especially with Sammy's side of things.
And I'm really hoping that these other couple people that I'm thinking about picking up soon come back around, because I'm like...
Well, you're only going to potentially lose 4 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, depends. It could be...
Okay.
Like C-Stars or something.
Give me FTR before I lose them.
That would have been one of my next ones, so that's good. A good hit for you there.
Actually, that was not one of the groups that I was thinking
But
about.
I just didn't want to lose him because
Yeah, I would have grabbed them. As
I've
soon
already
as I
lost
could too.
Cody and like Darby.
No, it's a good choice. Okay.
Callum's in kind of the best spot. He can be a spoiler for this whole thing.
Oh, I mean, I try to be pretty much all the time,
Yeah.
but I usually just do that by picking the best people. Give me Ricky Starks.
Damn, that was the next one out of my mouth.
That one stings.
He's just too good. I can't pass it up.
It's between him and Sammy for me.
And this one might be a bit left field, but it's just, do I pick this one or wait? Because I just assume that. Give me Jade Cargill.
Okay.
I'm glad
It's a great pick.
I'm glad you grabbed her. I was not that I'm glad you grabbed her because I would have wanted to grab her too, but I'm glad you grabbed her instead of some of the other people as more. So what I'm trying to say.
It's part of the thing of not preparing. I just saw her name and just thought, yeah, she's basically like she's made out of money. So I've got to take an opportunity there.
Hell of a look. A lot of positive for the future. Yeah.
Give me Pac.
Ooh. With the so you did get Death Triangle.
I got Death Triangle.
He's great. He's such an unbelievable wrestler. All right.
Okay. Tough. It's tough. As Tad would say. As tempted as I am to get Paul White.
Listen, he will go before a lot of people will.
Yeah. I'd pick him before some of the other people I don't on this list for sure. So now I can come back around to. Do I do it or do I not? I love him too much. I gotta pick him. Orange Cassidy.
Damn it!
Well, yeah, I knew that one was going to go next. I'm kind of okay with it. It's fine.
And maybe this will be a shock too. The Acclaimed.
That does sting a little bit. I thought I could sit on them for a little while.
I wanted to grab them before somebody could snatch them.
That's got so much potential.
Caster is somebody who I'm like, this dude, future world champion probably. Plus, I needed a tag team. I don't have any tag teams except
I think Bowen's the better wrestler out of the two of them. Caster has the more personality, but I hope they stay the tag team still for a while.
Yeah, I didn't get MJF, so I'll get Caster. Yeah.
Speaking of the future, I want Powerhouse Hobbs.
Ooh,
he's
did
real
not expect
good.
him to go this quick.
I see money in Will Hobbs.
I see Powerhouse.
Again, I think it's a very good choice. Santana on Ortiz.
Very good.
I've got the Bucks. They need someone to feud with, and I think they're probably the best team yet left available. Or maybe not. Give me best friends as well.
You can't.
That was really visceral.
You're splitting them up from their bud there, I like best friends. I would have grabbed them, but I would have grabbed them more so for Trent than Chuck.
I like them as a team. I don't think they have. I mean, Trent could have some value as a single, but I just like them as a team.
Yeah, they're better as a team.
They're very marketable. They're a very good team to build around. I don't think that they're the best technically, but they're very fun.
This is something that we haven't done before during a mock draft because it kind of seems to go against the rules a little bit. But I'm curious, who do you think is going to be the last person?
I don't want to be mean now.
Yeah. It seems a little harsh to go in early. I mean, if I had a prediction, it'd probably be someone that isn't signed with the company. I can't really say too much more than that. Maybe someone like. I honestly, I don't really want to predict it because I think it's part of the fun.
Do you think it's going to be men's division, women's division, or tag team?
I think it's going to be women's division.
I think there's a lot more unknown on the women's side of things, so that's very possible.
I think we're all three in agreement. It's somebody in the women's division.
Yeah.
Drop a comment below. Tell us your thoughts on what you think might be the last person.
Tag team. Tag teams got too much. I mean, it's both shallower and it's got too many good people in it.
Yeah. There is one or two people in the men's division too that I could see being the last one.
Yeah,
I'll just put it out there. Was it Rob's pick? I think.
Is
Yeah.
it? Cool. Let's see. All right, I am going to take Scorpio Sky.
I was hoping I could grab him.
an interesting one.
Yeah, I think they keep pushing him right now as this guy who has all the potential in the world and hasn't been pushed. But I think he's going to be a major world champion when he gets there.
I'm gonna go with Thunder Rosa.
Oh, I was getting that next round. Yeah.
And who's my other pick? This is tough. Tough. I mean, as tempted as I am to get Chaos Project, I'm gonna go.
Don't knock Japanese deathmatch legend Luther.
I'm gonna be a little mean here. Cheetah.
Not doubling up on the women's division.
Yeah.
Very good.
And to be honest, yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner. I mean, to be fair, you hadn't picked a woman yet, so
Right. Yeah.
build that up a little bit.
I'm kind of surprised that you doubled out there.
Double or nothing.
Well, there you go.
I wasn't gonna pick nothing.
There's so much talent here.
There is, and it's a different kind of talent from a WWE draft where it's like you got names and then you've got mid-card flop. You have a lot of names for the future, and then you have a lot of like really already established names. Give me Eddie Kingston.
Oh, good promo. Good guy. Good guy, Kingston.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow
Unrelated to
Tony's
Kofi
lead.
Kingston.
No. You don't know that.
I mean, Miz is related. So.
Oh yeah. No, he's father disowned. I'm gonna follow Tony's lead. I'm gonna double up on the women's side of things because I feel like you need to stack them high a little bit here. So give me Tai Conchi.
Who would have thought it?
Right.
I know.
I mean,
Beautiful. But we did the WWE one, and she was right near the bottom, and now it's like she's up at the top of my one here. And Anna Jay.
Good for you.
Conchi,
really
I mean, talk about a switch over. She really went from being bottom of the barrel in WWE, where I was like, I just don't see it working out, to being somebody who it's like, I'd give her the championship at some point. Why not?
And I don't expect it, but I would be totally fine with her winning the women's title tonight.
I would agree.
That's happening tonight. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
expect it either.
also going to take somebody from the women's division. I'm going to get a character here, and I'm going to take Chris Statlander.
She was very impressive, I think, in her return.
Much better the second time.
Yeah, I like Statlander. She was one I was debating about.
She's got size as well. That's really works on her side.
Oh, let's see here. 2 picks. So I do have the ability to play around with some ideas. I got. I wish I could show this on my screen without. Wait, you guys can't see my screen, right?
We can't do your screen, no.
No.
I'm gonna open up a little notepad thing here, and I'm gonna show the people some of the things that I'm thinking of.
It's just Ryan Nemeth over and over and over again.
We're gonna go with I'm gonna bring this up in the future just to see if I can play around and people can go, oh, okay, his thought process.
And here's the secret when we find out that one of us has hacked into your computer and so can actually see that.
That's right.
All right, I'm gonna go with Miro.
Ooh, yeah.
and Lance Archer.
Oh, Team Muscle Men.
All right.
Hate to say it.
Oh, well, there's so many like good picks still left, and you don't want to slip on a banana peel or anything. Give me. You know what? Give me Big Swole. I'm gonna try to knock out the top
They're
picks for me.
charismatic.
That I almost picked her instead of Archer.
Well, you've got Archer. He can interrupt Sting every week.
Yeah, that's not what's happening with my.
Okay. Wardlow.
Damn. He was another one I almost picked.
Real blue chipper. Going to jail. And you know what?
Should have picked him instead of Archer.
Private Party.
Very good.
I think again, I don't think they're ready yet, but they have so much potential. I have to look at that potential.
In the same vein of looking at potential.
You're gonna take the one that I didn't decide to take.
Maybe. Give me the Varsity Blondes.
That was not the one that I was going to take. So that is, but it's still a very good pick. It wasn't the one that I was looking at.
They were going to go in my next pick.
Well, now they're mine because I think Brian Pillman Jr. The name carries so much weight alone, but Griff Garrison I think has potential to be a major breakout star.
Yeah, and you didn't get Jungle Boy, so you basically got the same thing with Griff.
Well, we got the same guy.
Crap. I was really hoping to go, I'll pick somebody else. And, look at that. Varsity Blondes.
Yeah.
Damn. Son of a bitch. All right. I am bouncing. This thing keeps telling me we're trying to reconnect.
Yeah.
I have internet issues? Or is that happening with you guys too?
I'm seeing they're trying to reconnect thing as well.
Yeah, must be a Google thing. I mean, I know that there's like thunderstorms going on and stuff, but it's probably just on the Google side of things. Well, I'll pick somebody that maybe somebody didn't expect to go this early. Red Velvet.
She does have a lot of potential as well. So.
Yeah,
I think that she is a huge potential star, and. I gotta make sure I don't make the mistake of going through a thing where I just go, I didn't look at everybody, because I do that quite a bit. Go up and down this list. And SCU.
Yeah, definitely. Good experience too.
Very good. I was gonna actually pick them up here soon.
I'll trade you for Varsity Blondes.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and take One Punch Man Anthony Ogogo.
Oh, I did not expect him to go this early.
He knocked a dude out with one punch. If we can keep that going, like we might have something here.
Anthony is going to a go this early to Rob's team.
Okay. I want some experience on my side. Give me Christian Cage.
I was wondering if he's going to go early or late.
He was somebody I was thinking about, yeah.
Yeah, I think he just got too much to offer short term.
And it's wild that we can draft him.
And then give me Serena Deeb. Two experienced ones, especially on the women's side as well. She's going to be the anchor of my women's division.
Okay. I am going to take. I'm going to take Ethan Page.
Ethan Page is somebody that I was going to wait on just because I don't personally know too much about him. So I'm not like familiar enough to be like, I got to get him. But I'm also thinking he looks like he's got a lot of positives.
Yeah, good mid-card guy.
Yeah, he's one of those people that I just like. I know a lot of people see a lot in him. He hasn't clicked with me yet, but I'm hoping it does.
So just to be a jerk, I'm going to take Takashita.
You really going to do that?
Because Callum really wanted him.
You're really gonna do that when you have no idea who he is?
And I
Good
didn't
job
want you to...
constructing your pay-per-view card around a guy you have absolutely no idea who he is.
Yeah, I'll figure out.
I mean, I like him, but like, I'm fine not taking him.
Yeah, I just think it's weird that you grabbed them.
Just to be a dick.
It's just to be a dick. There's no reason other than that. And I'll go with... I'll go with this version of Dark Order.
Evil Uno and Stu Grayson.
Stu Grayson and Evil Uno.
They're my favorite tag team out of the group. So I can definitely see that. Very, very solid team.
I would agree. Give me Sean Spears. Because he does have a lot of upside.
He's a good hand.
He's a great hand.
You know what makes him a great hand?
The glove.
10 fingers.
Oh, God.
Give me Top Flight.
What about Bottom Flight?
Again, just a huge potential team. And give me Nyla Rose.
I was wondering when Nyla was going to go.
If she gets... I think she's good now. If she gets great, she's going to be a megastar. I think just that size, that build.
So, like, what you just said there kind of brings me back to my MJF pick. She's mid-30s too, isn't she?
Is she mid-30s?
Yeah.
Mid-30s or mid-20s?
30s. Look at that.
She's 38.
Wow.
Wow, okay, so she's pushing 40. See, but, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these guys and girls are just kind of up there in age already because we went so long with WWE as a monopoly.
Yeah, they kind of wasted their earlier years.
They wasted their, like, prime development years. Speaking of,
Rob Stern,
give me Aaron Solo.
You're really taking some left field picks here.
Yeah, I was not expecting Aaron Solo there.
Yeah, I just like the age thing really is weighing on me. I don't know why. It's not like this is like a real draft or anything, but knowing that like even Cassidy is mid-30s, what if he just wakes up in a couple of years and is like, I'm done?
So I'm gonna go Penelope Ford.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of Penelope Ford. And Nick Camarado.
Huge caveman to
He's
fucking alongside
huge.
The Jurassic.
It'd be weird if I didn't pick the guy that I personally know too.
He's
although there is
big.
Another person on this list that I know. So
I'm hoping that he does very well. Give me Riho. I think that you can't argue with success, and she's good.
Yeah, she was going to be pretty soon up for me. In which case, something you probably wouldn't expect from me. Give me Brandy Rhodes.
Who got Cody?
I had Bear Colder on there instead of Bear.
Tony got
Cody.
I was kind of hoping that Brandy would be one of those ones that people would just go, well, he's got Cody, so whatever. But
I don't think she's awesome in the ring, but on her day she can cut an awesome promo. So
she also, if you're talking to just like star power, she's got name value. She's one of the most attractive people on the roster too, so that's not a bad thing either.
Yeah, and. I'm trying to have a look, see if there's anyone that potentially feel upset if I had the opportunity to take now and haven't. I think I'm gonna go with Dustin Rhodes as well. So Brandy Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes.
Very
Dustin
good.
is great.
Very, very good.
Rock solid.
I'm gonna take another rock solid legend that you can really he can do anything in your promotion. Give me Matt Hardy.
There you go, and staying there.
No,
Until you
we'll
said
get
he could
there.
do anything.
We'll get there.
I really enjoy Matt. Matt's great.
Yeah, he really is. I think he can provide so much to a promotion.
So I'm gonna go 2 other members of Dark Order here.
You might as well get. You can maybe get all of them at this point.
Yeah,
And
might as
I'm
well.
gonna go Bear Country.
The other guy, you
Ooh.
know.
Yeah,
That's
very good teams.
in part because I know Tommy. So one more tag teams too, and that gives me 4 people instead of
which
just 2.
is it's wild how quickly the tag teams are leaving.
We've done enough of the mock draft things at this point that we know that tag teams are one of those things where it's like, I forget who it was, whoever it was that stole the Undisputed Era that one time where we were like,
It was me because Callum did it in the first pick. It just sucked.
Yeah,
It's gonna be another left field pick to some of you, I'm sure. But give me Sunny Kiss.
I like Sunny Kiss.
I like Sunny Kiss. Sunny Kiss is great. I think it easily can help build a promotion, great PR, great a lot of things. So I like Sunny.
give me Layla Hirsch.
Ooh.
Just because I think she's something different in the women's division.
Something
There aren't many like her. at
something
least in
talented.
AEW.
Like what a talent she is.
And TH2.
Oh man. Solid picks by Callum Wiggins.
That is mainly for Angelico, I will say.
He is a very athletic, very talented person. Okay, give me. Ugh. Now we're getting. I gotta think for a little bit before I make these picks. Give me Sting, because it's Sting, and I would like Sting on my roster at any point in time.
It's
not like the TNA Sting that we drafted not too long ago, but still very valuable.
That also gives Rob Tony Schiavone. So.
That does, absolutely.
Let's see here. I'm making a little separate thing here. A little extra list that I have on the screen for people that's going to be people I'm not picking anytime soon, just so people can see my my thought process as far as like who I'm hoping to grab, and you know, that kind of a thing.
There is an argument we probably should have waited a couple of months to do this when we could have picked Mickey James and Samoa Joe. And the
yeah. Chelsea Green and like...
Yeah, it's true.
But, that's fine. We can just add them afterwards.
All right, so I hate when this happens. Let me just get rid of that. Okay, good. Whenever you do the copy and paste thing, it always gets that little box around it. I'm like, meh. So give me, who do I have on here? I'm like, wait, what am I missing on here? All right, a couple people. All right, give me Maki Ito.
Lot of character.
She's fun.
She's so much fun.
And debating between.
Don't say.
I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put my, not my mouse on there, but so people on the screen can see.
Yeah, because that's making it too easy for us to fuck with.
Yeah, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. Something along that way. I think I'm gonna go with Kip Sabian.
That's a solid pick. I think he's very underrated.
I know, like we did split them, but I wanted Kip and Penelope to go together. I think they're a good pairing.
I have Penelope.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's why I waited for you to just pick it.
Okay, I don't know if people would know that these names are part of AEW, but they're on our list, so I'm taking the Sea Stars. Because I think it's egregious that somebody hasn't locked them up with all of these attempts at women's tag divisions.
I think they do have a lot of potential, so I'm glad they've been picked pretty. I say fairly early on, like at the midway point. I will take.
I just realized there's more than one former WWE champion
Yeah.
on this list. Still.
Yeah, I know. I will take Yuka Sakazaki because I'm a big fan of her work.
Yuko's on my not planning on taking her super soon list, but
Okay,
she's got a lot of positives too.
And I'm going to take Brandon Cutler.
He was one of the ones that this last round I was hovering over.
He is such a good. He's of such a solid hand.
Yeah, I like Brandon Cutler quite a bit.
And I've also got the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, so it kind of felt right that I got Brandon Cutler as well. So
yeah, he was somebody I was hoping to kind of steal the next couple of rounds.
Consider him stolen.
You know what?
I rolled the dice. I didn't get a.
You just got a critical failure. You just rolled a one there.
Yeah, I was going to say I didn't get a. Then I'm like, I don't know anything about D&D, so I can't even be like, I got an 8, whatever an 8 is. Is an 8 good?
Or depends on the situation.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Here's
Snake
another
Eyes.
left field. Give me JD Drake. This guy was like on the Evolve show.
He was a champion.
And I don't know how he didn't get taken by WWE when they took Theory and all that.
I know why.
Do you?
He's older than what they would probably want to go with, and he is bigger. So knowing WWE, they're probably like, yeah, we can wait on him, kind of a thing.
That's kind of lame though when you think about it. Like Balor's no spring chicken.
No, but Balor also a former 3-time Sexy Superstars winner.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's only because JD Drake's never been involved.
Oh, there you go.
To be fair, he hasn't, so we never know. My pick or is it yours?
It's
Mine.
Yeah,
mine,
you
right?
need 2 picks now.
Yeah, it's not
okay.
mine.
Yeah, somebody needs to go in that spot. Okay, let's go with Diamante
Very good.
and Jake Hager.
Yeah.
It took a while for him to get round to it, but he's solid.
He's good. Like
And he's tall.
I looked at him and I'm like, oh my god, he was a former champion. Like how have we not taken him? But I didn't feel compelled to grab him right away.
Question is, who do you feel compelled to grab now?
And the answer is Joey Janela.
Ooh.
Joey was on my list that I would not be picking anytime soon.
So Joey Janela is a fucking cult icon. Like we can think anything we want about the independent scene, think anything we want about, the type of shows he's featured on, but this dude on his shows is like a god. If you can tap into that, you have a superstar.
Okay, I'm going to take Colt Cabana.
I was hoping to grab
Speaking
him.
of cults.
Yeah, I just think, again, he's just got a lot of name value on like the independent wrestling side of things. And I would like to take Gun Club. Because I think
Because you're a cowboy.
I think, well, obviously you have the name value of Billy Gunn. I also think that Austin has potential.
Yeah.
I'm not so sold on Colton, but Austin I think does have something.
Colton is the younger of the two, yeah?
I think he's slightly older than Austin.
Oh yeah, actually he is the older one, yeah.
Is he?
He's the taller one, yeah.
Austin seems like he's got a lot of potential. Give me the Butcher and the Blade.
they were going to go my next pick.
It was a toss up between them and a Gun Club for me.
I was planning on going Butcher, Blade, and Bunny.
Well,
but obviously I can't now.
We'll save that for Robin.
I gotta say, Callum's winning.
I mean, there's still a lot of names to go.
I know, but I'm feeling like I'm lacking in the top picks. I think I made a mistake with that Cody Rhodes pick.
I mean, I would have gone. I was so tempted to go Moxley first.
I'm so like, you know how we made that joke for a while about me picking Bronson Reed and the other one? Like, a lot of these picks are very like Bronson Reed-esque. But I like building towards the future. And for right now, I'd say Callum has a lot of the top stars for right now. But who knows where it'll be in a couple of years.
So I'm gonna go with. It's my pick, right? Or no, it's Rob's. Or no, he's
only got two. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna go with. I'll go with Allie. Anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of mean, pal.
Because I like her better as Allie, but she could be Allie and a Bunny, and doesn't have to be with Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah, to be fair, I took Brandy from him, so it's kind of.
Yeah, she could be. Brandy.
Ali Rose.
Yeah.
You were gonna try to combine Allie and Buddy, and I was.
No, I was gonna try to combine Allie and Brandy Rhodes, but I couldn't figure out a way to do it. You took Brandy, I'll take that kind of thing.
The Nightmare Sisters.
And I'll take. Maddie Rinkowski.
There is a lot to work with there.
There is. I was again just surprising to see her go right now. So I almost thought for sure my next pick would be the Bunny, but now that Tony has taken her, I will take, for whatever he's got left in him, give me Paul White.
If one of your pay-per-view matches isn't Paul White versus Sting, I'm going to be very disappointed.
If it's Paul White versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
That could be actually a pretty good match. I actually probably should have gone for Paul White pretty earlier, just so I can have him get F5 by Wardlow. Honestly, actually, it's surprising me that none of us have picked this. Matt Sydal and Mike Sydal, because you're getting Matt Sydal.
They were my next pick.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike's fine, but like you're getting Matt Sydal.
Yeah, Matt
Sydal, yeah.
Matt was somebody I was debating instead of Maddie Rinkowski.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've gotten both of them instead, but
And give me Hook as well, because I think he looks really good in some of the things I've seen him in so far.
All right, back to me. Give me Danny Limelight, because I think he's going to be something real soon.
When the hook brings you back.
Nice Blues Travelers reference there. The 10 people that know that song.
Yeah. I ain't telling you no lie. Give me Captain Sean Dean.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yep, Captain.
And give me Captain Crunch. I do like Captain Crunch. Good cereal. Preston Vance.
So you have the whole Dark Order, right?
Almost. I don't have
Five is still there.
I don't have Kanshi, or she doesn't really count. I don't have Anna.
Yeah,
Anna.
And Five still standing there right now.
Yeah, but he's got a shrimp dick, so. It's a BT reference. If anybody doesn't catch it, I'm not just like, making fun of the guy himself.
No, he just got a shrimp dick.
No. Give me Kylan King. Because
I think she does have a lot about her.
I agree.
She's like, you don't really see women that tall that often.
I'm not sold on her yet, but I'm willing to admit that I think she's got the potential to sell me.
Give me Emi Sakura. I think she's excellent in the ring.
Very good.
And give me You know what? Give me Ryo Mizunami as well.
Ah.
Also the women's side of things with some strong Japanese talent.
I'm gonna take a good character. Give me, someone who I think has a lot of potential. Give me Danny Jordan, because that Mean Girls chick is just a lot of fun.
Not who I was expecting you to pick right then.
I said character, and I think you thought I was going somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go with character. I'm gonna go Peter Avalon.
I like Peter Avalon.
He's a good jobber. Yeah.
And for the sake of it, even just to give myself a little bit of a tag team or something too, I'm gonna go Ryman Nemeth.
I really thought for sure I would get stuck with Nemeth.
He's Dolph Ziggler light. I like Dolph Ziggler.
Give me Luther and Serpentico. Give me Chaos Project.
I wasn't surprised they were that last tag team together.
And then neither was I, but you know what? There's still a lot of value there.
Yeah, give me QT Marshall because he is a very solid hand. I think he's currently in a thing where we might get to see, like, it might be a pick that in a couple of weeks or months' time we're going to say, oh, that was actually pretty savvy pick, depending on how this current storyline goes.
And so for the record, the one that I thought could be the last pick in the men's division and the one that I thought could be the last pick in the women's division, still there.
Okay.
What about you guys?
I think
Yes.
I'd say they're both still there. Yeah, if I'm going to pick from the ones that I currently have, it's probably, they're probably both still there. So give me
Liberty.
I don't think she's on there.
I'll give you Death then.
Okay. Oh, that's Abaddon then. Give me Abaddon. No, I want Abaddon, yeah.
Actual pick?
Yep.
Okay.
That was my next pick, so fuck. I will take...
There's Death.
I'll take Breakout Star of the Year 2017. Spencer Benoni. What year was that?
I think it's a while
17,
ago.
18, something. Yeah.
A while ago, but I'll take him. He's big.
I'm gonna quickly Google him and see if it's on his list of accomplishments.
I hope so.
Oh, it'll definitely be.
Because he doesn't have any. Oh yeah, WWE NXT Year-End Award one time, Future Star of NXT 2017.
2017, 5 years ago. Wow. He was going to be my next pick, actually. So instead, I'm going to go Leva Bates.
She's a good character.
Buying
Not so great in
pants,
ring, but she's a good character.
And Tesha Price.
Again, someone who probably has a lot of potential. They keep using her, so they do trust her. So there must be something there.
And I just realized somebody that I thought I should have picked instead.
I'm going to take Lee Johnson.
Damn it, that's the guy.
Because
I was like, I forgot about Lee Johnson. Fuck. Yeah.
No, that
Trigger happy finger
pick as well. Yeah, that probably would be my next pick as well. Give me 5 Alan Angels.
3 ain't
I'm
enough.
gonna separate him from the rest of the group. And give me Rebel, not Reva.
Bro, I really thought I could sit on
you've
that
had so many
forever.
opportunities to take her, and you decided not to. So suck it.
I only have one pick. You
had one pick. You've had one. What? You've had like 30 picks.
I
since
will
you
suck
took
that, sir.
Now you have one pick.
Yeah. Well, give me Fuego, Del Sol, Kalisto. Not really.
Kalisto things. For anybody who doesn't know, some website, I forget which one it was, they were running a whole big thing.
It was Ringside News.
That was RSN. They did a whole article about, hey, Kalisto's changed his name already to Fuego del Sol. It's like, oh man, come on. So I've been eyeing this person from the very beginning, hoping that nobody would take her, because I think that she actually does have an upside, but I thought I could wait until a time frame like this. Give me Jasmine Allure. And just to have some fun, give me Michael Nakazawa.
The whole roster is about to be covered in baby oil.
That's okay.
Give me Vipress, because she's got a look.
I think
Yeah.
I think she does have some potential about her. So give me Shanna.
Just for the record, the person I thought was going to be the last on the men's and the person I thought was going to be last on the women's still there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And give me Awesome Kong, just for name value's sake.
I thought that Rob was going to grab Awesome Kong.
Again, being very realistic with these picks for some reason, she hasn't wrestled, and there's a reason for that. Like, she just sort of disappeared. So I stayed away.
I think that's I'm gonna get one more pick. I'm actually gonna get the last one.
Or did you get was it Shanna and Awesome Kong?
Awesome Kong.
Yeah, Awesome Kong. So no, yeah, so Rob's gonna pick this is Rob's last pick.
So for my last pick, I will take Ryzen.
Ooh.
Okay.
That was not the one that I was expecting. That was the one I was expecting to go last on the men's.
Me too. And then I get 2, and then Rob gets the last one. That's how.
Oh yeah, Rob gets the last one. Yeah, I've actually
back
made all my picks then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah. So it's Rob's last pick. Yeah. So
I'm gonna go Vert Vixen.
So that was who I thought was being last on the women's side.
Well,
I thought
they
Mel.
went second to last on both of them.
I thought Mel and Ryzen.
I thought Mel.
Who do I want to be the last?
Who do you want to leave Rob with?
I'll leave you with Mel because we've made jokes about that.
You know what though? I'm okay with being left with Mel, and here's why.
She's tall.
I know what Mel brings to the table. There's some of these dark names that it's like I'm not fully sure of what they can bring, but with Mel, I know exactly what I'm getting. And since Callum took Rebel, I'm gonna just stick her with Britt Baker.
So then, if you've noticed, I haven't been putting them in the men and women's sections because I was hoping to give this breakdown for anybody who wanted to see that. This is the order that they were drafted. Now we're gonna switch things over. If you guys want to move yours over, you can too. Let's make that quicker.
I would do if it didn't just present me with a huge view only mode.
That doesn't give you a chance?
No, I can't edit it.
Is it letting me? No, it's not letting me edit either.
Ah, that is weird.
So go ahead there, Tony.
Change that to editor. There you go. Now you can.
I better refresh then. Okay.
Yeah, okay, now
I can sort mine out.
Didn't know that was the thing.
It's always a thing. It's Google.
The hell, Tony? Get your shit together.
Hey, I like my shit unorganized. No.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't even say that with the amount of oh well, something just happened here. I just lost Maki Ito. There you go.
Oh no. That would be a real show.
Kip Sabian. Move him. Let's move Diamante. What is happening here? Go move these 2 over.
I'm almost feeling like just checking through my names right now. I should come into these things unprepared more often. I love the fact you've actually put Rebel, not Reba. Yeah. That is genuinely her name now.
I don't know what is happening with this thing flipping around every once in a while.
Is there a quick way you can get rid of all the spaces?
What spaces?
Yeah. The little gaps in between them.
If you want to keep it to where it's not in ranked order or something, then you can highlight the whole thing and then click sort.
And then I want to keep them in order still. So I'll just do this instead. Just take it a little longer. It's not the end of the world.
You can just drag them. Drag them what's the easiest instead of
Yeah,
I'm very not savvy when it comes to spreadsheets, so I'm just gonna do it the dull way.
I thought this would be a lot easier, but it's like being a bitch.
I think that Rob tends to be more of the copy and paste type, right?
I tend to, but like
I do the drag. I go like this, and then I like move them around, kind of a thing.
Yeah, you're probably more like
I'm a bit of a drag
in that front. Yeah. Well, you just know what you're doing with that stuff instead. Whereas I'm just like just fucking around.
Yeah, make that a little bit easier for everybody.
Yeah.
So again, everybody, reminder while we're doing this, drop your comments below. Tell us your thoughts on different things. Right now, you can see a general idea of what our rosters are looking like. Who do you think's got the best? Who do you think's got the worst? What do you think the best possible team combinations and match lineups and everything could be? I think I plugged mostly everything. Let's get some other plugs out of the way while we're doing this. Check out what these guys have going on.
One of you is now an anonymous dragon, and you're just dragging the names over to the other side. So
I'm just trying to do your job for you.
I thank you, sir.
Yeah, one of you is an anonymous dragon. One of you is anonymous quokka.
I'm a quokka. I'm good with that.
Little koala looking thing.
There really is no just like sort by button where all the spaces just go away.
I think that there's a way that you can do it for like the entire sheet, but I don't know.
It's fine. It's not gonna like take too long. Anyway, Rob, talk your shit while I do this for you.
Okay, yeah. Fightful.com, Fightful Select. Lots of breaking news there always, including newly signed Ring of Honor name. There's news about WrestleMania. There's news about basically everything in the world of wrestling. Something's always breaking on Fightful Select, and Fightful.com is where I spend most of my time when I'm not just bullshitting with Tony and Callum. So check that out. Follow me on Twitter at DudeFelice. Follow me everywhere really at DudeFelice, and check out what we've got in the archives: the Paul Heyman SmackDown podcast and the 2001 A Wrestling Odyssey, where Callum and I went back in time to cover the years 2001 and then Paul Heyman's run as the head writer of SmackDown from 2002 to 2003. Callum, tell them more about it.
There's really not much else that I can tell about.
Well, you know what? I was like, talk.
There's plenty of essentially it's in the archives, whether you're listening to us through the podcast feeds or through YouTube. YouTube's a lot easier because there are playlists specifically dedicated to those ones. So there's about monthly episodes of the 2001 Wrestling Odyssey. So I think there's about 12 or 13 of those ones. And then there's close to 40 episodes of the Paul Heyman SmackDown podcast because it was a weekly show, going through every single episode of SmackDown between 2002 and 2003 that Paul Heyman was the head writer for, as Rob said. So yeah, if you're interested in retro wrestling content, that's the place to go to. Otherwise, check out smarkmo.com, check out all the weekly articles going on there, including the power rankings, my weekly contribution, because we just started the new season for the 2021-2022 year. And you can follow me on Twitter at WeekMeister14.
And you should also be checking out Fanboys Anonymous, where you can hear things like the three of us talking about the James Bond series with the Review to a Kill podcast. Tony and I will be talking about Mortal Kombat very soon, maybe Justice Society,
maybe Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Listen, Fanboys got a lot of love this year, and I love it.
Yeah, check out what's on your screen right now, fanboysanonymous.com. Follow and like and share and donate and all that good stuff. Do the same thing for the red brand over on smark.movement.com that you guys should be following right now. Again, just in case you ended up not being a part of the contest things, those are the contests. Click around, hit the likes, hit the shares, hit all that stuff. Don't hit yourself in the face though, it hurts.
Yeah.
So you thinking we're gonna build some cards, or are you thinking that we should save that? Up to you guys.
Do you really want to give the people more?
I'm thinking it might work as a dark cast.
I think it would definitely work as a dark cast. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, you freeloaders, you got to pay.
You jerks.
We didn't have a plan for a dark cast yet for this month, so I'm thinking that might be a good way to be a little enticing kind of thing, and that gives us a little bit of time to sort out some cards and stuff too, instead of doing it right on the spot here or me editing that out. So we can do a little overview of not so much of the cards we build up, but just in the draft in general. Yeah. I will say, actually, you know what? Let's do this too. Without spoiling potential cards, especially because we haven't had any time to think of it yet. What are some overall ideas that you've got in your mind looking at your groups? Because I can look at, say, Rob's list and say he doesn't have a lot going on for his women's division. I would assume Rob would end up having Baker, Statlander, Swole, and Riho as like the only real contenders for his championship. I can't imagine that like Vipers is fighting for the title, right?
Well, sadly, because I only get one pick per round, these things sort of happen, and yeah, those would be the main anchors. I think Britt Baker would absolutely be the first champion I'd have, and the rest could kind of chase. But considering that I only had one pick per round, I'm very pleased with how my women's division turned out.
You say a bad drafter blames the order.
I think that I've got probably the strongest women's division.
I disagree.
Yeah, Callum does.
Yeah, you got you do have a strong division. Yeah, I'm looking at the. I was looking at the bottom of the list, and then I'm like, no.
I think you've got the better top order. I would have killed to have Thunder. If I had Thunder Rosa in this thing, I would think it would have been just the top of the top. But I feel like you've got Thunder Rosa and Hikaru Shida in there too. The best probably two of the best in ring workers definitely.
You got Penelope Ford, and she's proven to be very good when she's on.
Maki is a great character.
I think that Diamante's got a lot to offer. Red Velvet's got a lot to offer. Allie, I think, is untapped. I got a lot. I think I'm very happy with my women's division.
I'm kind of delighted by having Jade Cargill as like a big star attraction in the women's division. Take on T's excellent, getting better all the time. Anna Jay's injured right now, but she was showing a lot of signs of improvement. Serena Deeb's a great anchor. Nyla Rose is like a good powerhouse to have. Brandi Rhodes is a great promo. Layla Hirsch offers something different in terms of just like more of a grappling, like lower stance type wrestler. Yuka Sakazaki and Emi Sakura and Ryo Mizunami are all very talented Japanese wrestlers. Abaddon's a character. Rebel, not so great in the ring, but is a good side character for somebody else. Shanna's pretty good. She doesn't really stand out, but she's pretty good in the ring. And Awesome Kong isn't really around, but she's a name. I really don't see any weak link in my women's division.
I could see maybe Kong.
Kong is probably really the weakest link out of it, but she still has name value, so if she pops up for just a match here and then people will be interested to a degree.
Who do you think has the strongest top of the card main event men division?
Interesting. I think Tony probably. Just because you've got Cody and John Moxley well established, you're going to have Jungle Boy, which he will be eventually. Brian Cage could be in that position. Sammy Guevara eventually. Orange Cassidy, I think, is a bit more of a joke act, but you could position him there. Miro and Lance Archer, of course, could definitely go up to there. Nick Comoroto maybe eventually as a long-term one. Same with Kip Sabian. You could just cycle Jake Hager in there every now and again. So yeah, I'd probably say Tony's one. I mean, you got Rob Scott. MJF is going to be like the long-term prospect. It's probably the one that's going to be the biggest star out of all of these people in 10 years' time or so. And Jericho's
Pac,
top for the time being. Pac, yeah.
Scorpio
Hobbs will be a top one. Scorpio Sky could be. Kingston's good promo, probably not really main event level at this point.
Matt Hardy's solid hand for that.
Yeah, Sean Spears you probably could position like that eventually. If you want to do one final run for Paul White, you could do that.
Yeah, I've got Sting. Sting can get MJF can get a match out of Sting. For one of like the last few matches Sting has in him, MJF can get a match out of Sting.
So I've got Omega, I've got Darby Allin and Adam Page, which I kind of think is the strongest Kenny Omega's for now. I think Darby Allin and Adam Page are two of and Ricky Starks
and Wardlow.
And Wardlow. Yeah, actually.
The
Allin, Page, Starks, and Wardlow is a great
and he's got Christian Cage. I mean, like Tony joked earlier, but if we were gonna grade these, Callum might have won. Like,
I feel more confident about mine after we finished than I did then. Because now, like, at first I was like, oh man, I don't have anybody in the top because he stole Starks and Page and Wardlow. But now I'm like, but I got Sammy and Cage and Cassidy and Miro and Archer. And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool.
And you've got like Camarado. Like Camarado versus Cage is a match that I like to see.
I mean,
I got Hager, Takeshita, which like he's reliable,
You got Takeshita if you know what to do with him. You know, like.
I mean, I love the way you said that you stole them away from. I fairly drafted them at the time that I was supposed to draft them, so that's kind of how it works. But look, I've got like a good blend of experience in terms of like Kenny Omega, Christian Cage, and Dustin Rhodes, who could all kind of fit into that side of things, and Colt Cabana if you really wanted to push him. I mean, Billy Gunn could just have a one-off match in that sort of environment, but then you have the young guys coming through of Darby Allin, Adam Page, Ricky Starks, Wardlow. Any other ones? I mean, you could potentially put Angelico in that sort of things. Matt Sydal's more experience. Hook, if Hook does live up to his potential, could be something like a sleep pick. And again, you've got like QT Marshall there as well, who's just like is a good anchor in the division, just like somebody that could be good to beat like jobbers. But the weird thing is, just looking at my list, I don't really have anyone that's never featured in any way, shape, or form on Dynamite.
Yeah, you got a lot of like the superstars.
Yeah, because like Tony and Rob have got people like, I mean, Aaron Solo's now getting into the position, but you've got like Cesar Bononi, who only appears like he's always beaten on Dynamite, Danny Limelight, Lee Johnson, Fuego del Sol, Rising. Tony's got Baron Black and Peter Avalon, Ryan Nemeth, Michael Nakazawa, who are kind of people that occasionally appear on Dynamite but are always beaten. Whereas I'm kind of like, I mean, Alan Angels is usually beaten. And
out of all of us, you've got the all-star team. Like up to, I would say, like Christian Cage, like that is just that whole section of your group is stars.
And I will say fundamentally as well, I have the best tag team division by far.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
I think I'd give you a run for the money a little bit. Express, Acclaimed, SCU, Dark Order ×2, and Bear Country.
Yeah, but I've got
you
the
got
Young
Bucks, which is like the best
tag team. The Ortiz and Santana, who are probably right there alongside them.
That's right. They're not in bold. I forgot. I overlooked them.
Best Friends, Private Party, and Top Flight, who are both the teams of the future. TH2, which is like kind of less so in terms of the stature, but then Gun Club and Matt Sydal and Mike Sydal.
So I have Lucha Bros and FTR, which I can run back all I want. I got Pac and Ray Phoenix. I've got Paige and Sky. I've got Janela and Kiss. I got Patroon Blade. I've got Chaos Project. These are all teams like with proper pushing, you can get them into the right slot. MJF and Jericho, if I wanted to team them up again, I could. MJF and Spears, I can pair together. You know, like I've got some teams. Sky and Paige. I don't remember if I said them.
Yeah, you did.
Who do you think is one of the ones that's like stands out as an odd pick? Because the first thing that comes to my mind is Aaron Solo being as high as he is.
Yeah, that was a bit of an odd one, I think.
Like he's dead center of this, and
if
you look at some of the people that are underneath him, you've got Sting, Janela, Hager, Sabian, Paul White, Gun Club, Sydal's, Colt Cabana, Cutler.
So I'll rationalize that by saying I like what Solo brings. I like his style, you know, more than, let's say, what they've done and presented with a Joey Janela. And I know that like Sting is obviously a bigger superstar than Aaron Solo, but am I going to draft Sting in his current form real high? I try to keep that eye on the future real strong in these. And I just hope that, like, again, and maybe in a few years, we're talking about, like, wow, Aaron Solo, remember I drafted him? He's, like, world champion now, or, you know, or Johnson, Lee Johnson, you know, could be really high up.
I wish I could have grabbed Johnson, yeah.
To be honest, I'm actually now looking a few steps above Aaron Solo to Anthony Ogogo. Going that early on.
Ogogo, even if you do it right, even if you only get like a good, like for example, we just did the Paul Heyman SmackDown podcast where Brock Lesnar's really only in the company for 24 months. But those 24 months, Brock Lesnar's the biggest star in the company. If you do Ogogo right, you have that level of a star, and like you can. Not saying that this is what I would put on my main card here, but like a Go-Go and Big Show in a knockout match. A Go-Go punches Sting in the gut and like leaves him bound to a wheelchair, or like.
I just picture that being on the marquee. Anthony Ogogo versus Sting, and a punch him in the gut and leave him in a wheelchair match.
Like you can do so much there. A Go-Go knocking out a brash MJF. A Go-Go, same with Jericho. There's a lot to be done with Anthony Ogogo.
Okay. I'm just laughing at the fact that like he's comparing Anthony Ogogo to Brock Lesnar.
Relatively speaking, what we can do, looking at what you can do, not saying that he will be Brock Lesnar level. This might be the one more than Bronson Reed that comes back to bite me in the ass. But like, we'll see.
So when we do the eventual mock draft, AEW and WWE rosters, Anthony Ogogo versus Bronson Reed on his card.
That's right.
I mean, to be honest, like I know you say like all the ones where you look at and you just see, oh, it's surprising they went at that time. Usually, just my eyes just go to Rob's drafts. Usually at that point,
yeah, I always try to get like those, like okay, there might be something here kind of pick.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the way that you draft because it is just hilarious to me.
I never know what you're gonna pick next.
Yeah, exactly. You're just a wild card, really.
What would you say is the pick that you made? Like both of you and myself, I'll answer it. That you, in retrospect, are shocked about.
Oh, what, the one that we weren't expecting that we ended up getting?
No, like more so like on the fly. You're like, give me whatever. Then you're like, I put that person that far ahead, like that kind of thing. I'm shocked I picked Miro as high up as I did. I didn't think that I would.
I'm probably a little surprised that I picked Private Party ahead of Top Flight, just because I think they're slightly more established. But I'm more a fan of Top Flight than of Private Party. I just saw Private Party and Top Flight in my mind, just flipped a coin in its head and went Private Party instead.
I'm surprised that I'm the guy who picked Joey Janela.
Who do you think was going to?
Yeah,
I thought
one of us two. You think we're gonna pick it?
I thought maybe Callum might get him. Because I think I've been more outspoken about like some of the issues that I have with Janela in the presentation, but then I ended up going, there's that upside, and it is interesting because I know what you guys are saying when you're like, oh, you're the wild card pick, but I guess I really am because like realistically, when going into this, I didn't think I'd be the one drafting, Janela, Aaron Solo, JD Drake, even. Like, now that I look at that, I'm like, well, I got JD Drake and I got him above, even like a Paul White. Yeah, Paul White's older, but still.
If you could steal somebody from somebody else's team, one pick, not that we're actually doing it, but like if you realistically, not like, oh, I'll just take Kenny Omega kind of a thing, but like, who do you think you would try to barter with or something?
It's interesting because there are great names across all of them. I'd probably try and barter to get Takashita off of you, Tony.
Who would you try to barter him for? I might be up for a pick, a trade. I mean,
I would probably give you. I'd probably go as high to give you Cutler for him.
No. I like Cutler, but nah. I would hear you out for Christian Cage.
That's way too high for somebody who's only had.
They're on that same range from when we had picked.
And yeah, they're in the same range, but like that's just a case of people deciding not to pick Christian Cage earlier. That's not because because the only reason Takashita is that high up because you wanted to take him away.
You had no idea.
You didn't choose him because you actually value him that high. You just said, "Oh, Callum probably wants this guy, so take him." So he's more at a Brandon Cutler level for me.
So I'm looking at the realistic picks. Like I know you're not going to give away like John Moxley. Realistically, I'd be interested to see who you'd want for SCU.
I would trade you SCU for Varsity Blondes.
I don't think that's a good trade.
Yeah, because we're looking at opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of like
Tony's ones are like they're set players now, and the Varsity Blondes are long term.
I'll give you Matt Hardy.
Nah, I can't drop 2 for 1.
But it's Matt Hardy.
He's got multiple.
That's not. It's not convincing me
You got
anymore.
Broken Matt. You got version 1.
You got a list of a bunch of characters that I haven't liked in it.
I'd actually be interested in like seeing this. So, Rob, what out of like my team, what would you want for just not necessarily that I want them that desperately or anything, but like what would you kind of accept for Killing King?
I would accept.
If I were in your shoes, Rob, I would want another person in the women's division to kind of balance it out, and I would probably go for maybe like a Layla Hirsch.
So while I don't think Callum would give up a Layla Hirsch, because Layla Hirsch I think is money. If we're going for a fair trade, I'd maybe take Abaddon in terms of your women. On the men's side of things, I'd want the Seidel's.
See, okay, it's good. It's good to know.
You could make the trades too. I mean, we've never done a trade in any of these, but that's mostly just because nobody's ever agreed to one.
Well, yeah, but it's just interesting to see, like, because I don't know whether I want to delve into the realm of doing trades because it gets a little bit murky at that point. But because like at the opportunity, I had probably had the opportunity. Well, actually, I didn't have the opportunity. You picked Killing King before I picked Abaddon,
Right?
And I would give you Abaddon for Killing King.
Ah,
you want to take that trade?
If you want to trade, then you can.
I think I would take that trade.
Okay, we're locking in. Trade in this. I'm looking in.
All right, yeah, we're gonna move Abaddon over here. We're gonna move Killing King. Look at that.
For the first time ever. We have a trade, ladies and gentlemen.
See, diplomacy works. It's all communication.
I'm honestly surprised that you didn't. I mean, actually, Tony wouldn't have gone for it, but don't know why you didn't try and bar the bunny out of that one.
Because, all right, like, I like the money, but I don't know who I'd be willing to give up just to complete the package.
Yeah, I guess so.
What about Riho?
No.
What about MJF?
Actually, Tony, again, I want to test your strength in that regard as well. How desperate would you be to get Brandy Rhodes to join Cody on that side?
Not very.
Okay, fine.
Who would you be interested in taking from me realistically to have Brandy traded over?
I would take no lower than Mackie.
And it would be on the women's division? No.
I mean, to be fair, my women's division is like bigger than your guys. So I guess if I was taking men's talent,
I wouldn't give you anybody other than Hager, maybe. Oh, actually, no, I wouldn't even do Hager. Sean Dean and below.
You wouldn't give up anybody. Oh, Sean Dean and below for that seems quite.
Sean Dean and below for Brandy Rhodes.
Yeah, I don't need Brandy.
Well, he does. Yeah, he doesn't need it. So like, I can understand that. It's like
we haven't said one way or another, but I'm gonna declare right now, since Cody's my first pick, that I get Pharaoh.
You know what?
I get the baby.
Okay, you can take the baby. This is how courts decide these things, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The mother can take the baby. The father can take the.
So I'm worried that we won't spiral into a situation where we're just like constantly saying, "Oh, we'll give you this for this" and stuff like that, and we're just not going to do anything now. Just like because Rob said Abaddon, I went, "Yeah, I'll get rid of Abaddon and take Killing King."
Let's do potentially to round it out. If we can think of them. If not, of course we don't have to. But we each get like one more, I guess, attempt at a trade.
Okay.
I I want to know what you would want realistically.
Mhm.
What would you want for Adam Page?
Oh, realistically, I'd want Moxley.
I'll give it to you.
Wow.
Oh,
I'll do it.
oh God.
Are we seeing the makings
And you
of
know
a
what?
blockbuster trade?
Mm.
He was my second pick, and he's your 1, 2, 3, 4th. I'll do it. All you got to do is lock it in.
Wow.
Mm. It is because Moxley, I think, is such a bigger star now that Page has got such potential.
This is that part where on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where the song changes, where it goes doo bum 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 kind of thing.
You know what? I'm going to refuse.
Okay.
I said it, and then you went for it, and I was literally not expecting you to go for it. But realistically, I just think Page was a steal at that level that I got him at, and I don't think I can give up that potential. So realistically, the answer is no. I won't give up Page for anybody.
Tony, what would you give for Orange Cassidy? What would I have to give you?
You're not going to take it, but MJF.
Is that the realistic? Is that the lowest realistic one?
Is that as low as you'll go?
I'd entertain Jericho, but honestly, I think I'd even probably keep Cassidy over Jericho.
All right.
But MJF would be the one I'd really go for.
And Callum, for my last attempt at a trade, realistically, what would I have to give you to get Ricky Starks?
Realistically.
Uh-huh.
And what would I have to?
I mean, to be honest, I see him in the same boat as Adam Page, but I would be more willing to talk about Moxley.
I won't give you Moxley for Starks.
There's nobody on your roster on the men's side of things that I'd want over Ricky Starks' potential. And Rob,
remember, there's also double picks too. There's also the type of thing where you can say, like, I'll give you not that you would take it, but like if it was like, all right, for MJF, and I'm not offering it, so don't say you're locking it in. But if it would be like, for MJF, I'll give you Rhodes and Moxley, kind of a thing.
Yeah, you could do something like that. I mean, actually, So Ricky Starks is on the table for both of you.
Yeah.
So for Rob, you would have to give me one of MJF, FTR, or Britt Baker. And Tony, you would have to give me Thunder Rosa and one of your lower card people. I don't really mind which one.
I would be willing to talk about Britt Baker.
You'd be more willing than I would be to give up Thunder Rosa.
So would you trade? You would trade Britt Baker for Ricky Starks? That's the woman you said you would build your entire division.
Yeah, I know.
And Ricky Starks.
No.
No,
I almost did it just simply to reunite Rebel and Baker, and then I thought that my division would have no foundation. I'm sorry, I can't do that.
No, that's fine. Actually, I haven't made any attempt for a trade yet. I'm wondering who I'd actually want. Rob, realistically, Powerhouse Hubs, what are we talking?
Wardlow.
Oh, you drive a hard bargain. That is a tempter, I do have to say. I will.
What if I gave you Archer and Takeshita for Wardlow?
He's dealing with me.
Archer and Takeshita for Wardlow.
Takeshita for Wardlow?
No.
Is that what you said?
Oh, you just taken Archer off of the table then and thought that was more of a tempting offer.
I was hoping you wouldn't have noticed.
What are you, a
Rob.
Looney Tunes character? What are you doing?
You never know. Sometimes you can catch something off guard and then you go, lock it in. Just go, no.
I'm trying to think. Rob,
Mm-hmm.
you've got a deal if you want it.
All right, I'll take it.
Hobbs
I'm
and Wardlow.
swapping Hobbs for Wardlow.
Yep.
I like how you two are coming across these trades, and I'm not driving up hard enough.
Tony, I do want to make one thing for your one, because I do want to know what you would accept for what was the one I was gonna? Oh yeah, the Acclaimed. And would you accept one of my tag teams for it, which isn't the Young Bucks or Ortiz and Santana?
Nah.
What if it was Ortiz and Santana?
Nah, actually, not even them.
Really?
You only accepted for the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
I don't.
Actually, I don't even know if I would pick the Young Bucks over them.
Oh, okay, then fine. That's
yeah, because I think that Bowens and Caster have a chance to be singles people too.
Okay.
I enjoy these discussions.
Yeah, it's odd that we've just made two trades.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel dirty about it now. It's just
no, we think about it. It's not like we're irrationally going, give me this guy, give me that guy. We're talking about it like
Hobbs and Wardlow, for instance, is a good, like, they're both people that you're investing for the future types, and
it's just which you think will have the highest ceiling.
I think honestly, Rob got out better in that one.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Wardlow's higher up on my end than Hobbs.
I was tossing it up in my mind a little bit, and I just think right now, I think Hobbs is the more finished article, and maybe Wardlow will leapfrog him eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of going for a mix of who's better now, and is there going to be such a measurable difference between the two in the future that it would have been a bad trade? I don't think it will be that bad a thing. And that it also means he's got Wardlow and MJF as well, so you could probably put that unit together if you wanted to.
Yep.
So I'm kind of okay.
Tag team. I mean, like, I like it because I give you Starks and Hobbs, and they can be a pairing if you want. And I thought it was a fair trade. Like, I think that's very clean, power guy for power guy. You know, I think it was a good trade.
Yeah, I actually have 3 members of Team Taz right now. The only one I'm missing is Brian Cage.
Yeah, I'm not giving up Cage for pretty much almost anything.
Wow.
Cage is one of the guys that I really, really wanted.
Okay. But, I think that'll end the trading then because I'm not making another attempt.
Yeah, I think that any of the other ones that I would go with, nobody would end up going for. I would be really trying to get
for Peter Avalon.
Yeah, we're not. I don't think anybody's going to bother to go through a trade of for Ryan Nemeth versus Hook kind of a thing or something, like any of that. Yeah, so that's we're gonna seal that in, and we're going to take a moment to kind of make our cards, and we're either gonna do that in podcast form, or we can't do it in video if we do it on the Darkcast because they don't let you do video that way. Either gonna do a podcast, or we're just gonna post up the actual cards on the Patreon page. I would assume if we have the time, we'll do it on a Darkcast actual thing, but you'll find out what our cards are in some fashion through that method. So go to patreon.com/smarkoutmoment and see what we end up deciding to go with here. We did our plugs for most of everything else, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
So yeah, Smark Out Moment and Fanboy Synonymous and all the Facebooks and all the Twitters and everything. I'm at Tony Mango as well. I forgot to do mine. And thanks for listening to this. And we will see you. Well, I don't know. We'll see you when we see you. Whenever the next thing is. What is the next thing?
Actually, the hot tags, I imagine.
Hot tags, and then
the hot tags would be the next thing, and then maybe over on the Fanboy side, Mortal Kombat. If not, it'd be the next. Video Kill actually on Friday, which drops Friday mornings. I believe.
That's right. Video Kill will be the review to kill, not a Video Kill. You already did the review to kill.
We might be doing a Video Kill.
Actually, what is the next one? Yeah, I think that the last one that was posted was Moonraker, maybe. No, For Your Eyes Only was the last one. So Octopussy.
Yeah, Octopussy next.
And then the next one.
We just got demonetized.
we're going to be recording some of those things we had mentioned before. Hopefully, the game plan, at least in the next couple of days, we're going to have knocked out. That well, you'll hear that pre-recorded episode of Octopussy. You'll hear the next hot tags. Hoping to do the fan tracks of Mortal Kombat 2021. Hoping to do something about Falcon and Winter Soldier, or possibly something about Justice Society. We're gonna do the GoldenEye one. That'll take a week to do because I've got a long list of notes already, and I'm I don't know. Not even halfway through the movie.
Spoiler: GoldenEye, if you don't already know, is a very, 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 very good film.
Yeah, and if you're following the Fanboys Anonymous stuff over there, that's happening there. I'm hoping that next week our game plan won't change from that fantasy booking. If it is, I've already written out my card, so I'll just post that up on the website as just like an article or something. You'll find out my thing.
I mean, we finally have some breathing space.
It all depends on if they announce something weird, you know. If they end up going with like, hey, you know, on Monday night or, you know, Friday afternoon or something, we're going to announce that like, I don't know, King of the Ring's coming back or something, then we might be like, all right, let's do something King of the Ring based. But we'll see. Or maybe we'll do a double up. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So stay tuned to the channels. Stay tuned to the websites. And you'll see things when they pop up, and we'll see you when we see you, everybody. Thanks for listening to this. We'll talk to you later. This has been another Smark Out moment, and we're being counted out.